Imagine if you had this app that allows you to keep track of your real estate transactions without too many buttons, too many confusing steps. Well, this app is called Google Keep, and today I'm going to show you how you can do that for your real estate business. Let's get started. So first step is you are going to log in your Gmail account or your Google account, and keep in mind that you can use this on your phone, but today I'm going to show you on the computer only because it's better to show you what this is all about. So once you are logged in your Gmail account, you can click on these little dots, top right corner. You have a button that has a bunch of little dots. You click in there. And if it's not already at the top, you can scroll all the way down until you find an icon that is like a yellow page with a light bulb in the middle, and it's called Keep. You click in there. Once it opens, you will probably see everything blank. If you never use this, you will have a blank screen, and I already have some stuff in here created because I want to show you how to create these. So you have different options on the left, and I would like to show you first how you can create labels. So I had created already a buyer label, a listing label, and a social media label. So you will probably see no labels in here when you get started with Google Keep. So you click on Edit Labels, or it may say just labels, but that's where you go to create the labels. And you can create a listing label if that applies to you, or you can create the same labels as I have in here if that is something that that works for you. So I created buyer because I'm going to create as if this label and this label were different departments or different rooms, okay, or different boxes. So buyer label is a box, and listing label is another box, and social media is another box. So since I already had created these labels, I'm not going to create any more labels. So once you are done, you can click in done, but right now I'm going to close. And what I want to show you next is how to create a template. So you want to create a listing template, so a checklist, and that you're going to save under the listing label. And you're going to create a buyer template. It's best if you actually type template to let you know what this is about. And you're going to save it under buyer label. So I had created already this listing template, and as you can see here, it shows like listing, so it's under listing label. So what happens, or why this is important, if I click on listing label, this is what I will see. So as you noticed, everything else disappears because these two are the only ones that are under listing label. If I click on buyer, nothing is there because I never created any buyer. In this case, could be a transaction. So let's go back to everything. So once you click on notes, everything shows in here, unless again you have different labels. And once you click on each label, see the same as social media, there's nothing in there because I have nothing saved under social media label. So let's go to listings. And so initially I created this as a template, and this I created pretending that is a listing transaction. Okay, so once you click on it, you will have an image. You are not obligated to use an image, but let's say that you want to add the listing picture to the to this transaction, just to help you figure out right away what this is about. So, but I added my picture just to show you. but you can also delete if you do not want that image. So here you have the address, or how you identify each listing. So you name the transaction the way that you want, and you also add the checklist. And you can also, if you click on the very bottom, you have remind me. You can add somebody. You can even change the background color. I have a pink one. As you can see, it's pink, but I can change to blue if I want. And I can add an image, which I already did, and I can archive if it's a transaction that I already closed. And you have more options in here that you can use, but right now let me close, and I'm going to show you how I created this. So what I did was I started off with the listing template. So it is very important, before you create anything else, it is important to create first the labels, then create the templates for each label. So this one is a listing template, and I'm going to show you how you can create the exact same thing. Since I already created for the listing, I'm going to show you how you can do that for buyer. So I'm going to click on buyer, and I'm going to take a note. Actually, I'm going to click on new list, and I'm going to type buyer, and I want to make sure that I type template. You will see why in a moment. So this is under buyer label, and in here you can start typing the items, which right now we are going to create a checklist. So let's say that item number 1, item number 2, and so forth. You can do this way, but if you already have a checklist, let's say in a Word document, not a problem. You can simply, just an example here, let's say I'm going to grab all of these items. I'm going to copy. This is for listing, but this is just an example, so don't read what I'm going to add in here. So this is just to give you the idea, okay? And usually I like to use Control-C and then Control-V, and there you have it. It's going to place the checklist right away, and already with the check boxes. If it does not show with the check boxes, that's okay. You will click on more, and then you click on, in this case, it will show checkboxes. Since it applied the checkboxes for me right away, the other option is hide. See, you may see this first once you paste the list in there, or the items in there. If you see this, not a problem. You click on more, and then you click on show checkboxes. Okay. Once you are happy with this, you can also choose an option. Let's say you want orange for your template. Okay. Once you are done, click on close, and it will create your template. So this pretty much will be the template that you will use for future buyer transactions. It's always best to start with a template. You don't need to create a checklist every single time. And it is also helpful if you pin the note. Well, since you have not many in here, because if your business involves too many transactions going on, this may or may not be the best option for you, but it can help you keep you organized and keep track of everything. Okay, but see if this works best for you. This is just another option. Okay, so let's keep going. So if you have more buyer transactions going on in here, you can always pin the note, and this will always be at the top, and you'll have the rest of the rectangles with the rest of the transactions. So let's say that now you got a Joanna Smith as a buyer. She is buying a house, an apartment, whatever. So the first step that you can do after you create a template is you're going to click on more, and you're going to click on make a copy. So since this is pinned, it added the rectangle or the transaction to the bottom. If this is not pinned, watch, see, it's going to be just next to it. And since I'm just showing you how this works, I will just keep that not pinned. So if you want, for whatever reason, you want to add a different color here, or let's say, Joanna has I don't know, a blue car, if that's something that really reminds you of Joanna, and you can change the color. Or if you want to add an image that really reminds you, what this transaction is about, or simply, click on the template, or in this case, the transaction, you can remove this, and you can say Joanna Smith. You don't have to, but you can type buyer transaction. You will start, having your ways to use Google Keep. So from here, what you can also do is you can set up a reminder. Let's say that you want tomorrow a reminder for whatever. You can click on pick a date, and tomorrow will be the 25th. I'm recording this on the 24th, and I want in the morning. If there's no times in here that you like, no problem, click on custom, and you can type whatever time in here. Let's say 9 a.m. and you have more options in here. Do you want custom? You can be, if you want like recurring reminders, it's not the case. Let's say if you want, specifically, I want, every day or every Monday, every Tuesday, whatever, I want a reminder for this specific transaction. If that's not the case, just set up the reminder for the following day or the date that you would like. And then you click on save. See, as you can see, tomorrow, 9 a.m., it will have a reminder for you. And also another interesting thing is, let's say that you are done entering a client on your CRM, and you can come here and check the box. Once you check the box, it will disappear, but it will become under completed items. If you clicked by accident, no problem, just uncheck and it brings it back to the top. So as you are done with the items, you will see that it starts bringing to the bottom. Very simple, and it really can help you keep track of everything in a very, very simple way. So this is just an idea for buyer transaction. You can click on close. And so as you can see, if I click on notes, I have all together. If I click on buyer, I have the buyer template that we created together, and then you have your first buyer transaction. If I click on listing, I have the listing template, and I have the listing transaction that I created previously just to show you what this is about. If I click on social media, I don't have anything because I never created anything for the social media label. So from here, you can also create a note. You can create a just like an image. Let's say the image like I created in here. This is an image with like a reminder. And let's say the image you can create on Canva actually. And on my YouTube channel, you can find a ton of videos about Canva and actually templates that you can use. And so let's say this image says something like Friday, post a quote of the day. Let's say that this is a reminder for your Friday social media. And this is just an example. It has nothing to do with the social media. In this case, has to do with my marketing newsletter, which in this case could be for me. Could have an image with a reminder, and the image could say, send marketing newsletter today. So, and I will have like a reminder here, some notes in here. So this is just, again, an example, and I could also change the reminder date. Again, you can even set up the recurring reminder, which is awesome. You can also add somebody, if you have like a personal assistant, somebody that really helps you with the transactions. And again, with the caller, you can add a caller, an image, and you can also archive if you are done with the transaction, and you can click on archive, and that's it. So you can use this for your real estate transactions, either listings or buyers, and it keeps you, in everything all together in a very simple way. Again, if you have a lot of real estate transactions going on, a lot of under contract, a lot of coming soon, a lot of active, a lot of close, or you are working on after closing tasks, this may not be the best, but it is indeed a very simple way to help you keep track of your real estate transactions. And again, you can also use on your phone. So that's it for Google Keep. So isn't that amazingly simple? You can do that with your for your real estate transactions. It is very simple to use. There's not too many buttons or options that you can use, especially again, if you do not have a ton of real estate transactions going on, and some people are still not tech savvy, and this is a very, very simple option for you to use. And again, you can use that on your phone. I really hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, I really invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button below this video, and make sure that you click the bell, because every time that I post a video, which I post one video every single week, the YouTube will send you an email saying, hello, Susana just posted a fresh new video for you. You enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.